Hello,
Hi.
and welcome to the daily Unreal Engine 4 news. Yes.
Oh.
They made hair look good.
Mm,
That's all. Bye-bye.
I wish.
Yeah.
But we do have Taki.
Taki!
Taki.
You are
Taki,
Taki,
Taki, Taki.
Taki. She's a ninja.
Really?
Yeah.
He is very much a ninja, yes.
I just thought she was like a dancer.
No. She stabs a lot. I am quite familiar with the stabbing. I have a friend who played a lot as her in SoulCalibur 4 and 5. Well, not in 5, and she's mean. Like she beats you up. And then you go cry.
She does flips and stuff. Sometimes accidentally bringing herself out.
Oh yeah, that is fun.
Yeah, Taki. It's good to see her instead of like.
We don't talk about Natsu. We don't talk about Natsu. The teenage replacements in 5 are annoying, and Natsu might be the most annoying. I don't know. I don't like Natsu. I don't like Natsu.
Is she actually worse than Patroclus?
Oh, they're all the worst.
True.
But yeah, we can like talk about things here. I think there's stuff to talk about. For instance, I think one.
All that stuff on her body right now. Like,
yeah. I think
that's new.
I think one thing which is kind of funny about this is that her bodysuit kind of already looks just like body paint, and now they added body paint to what looks like body paint. I think that's kind of funny.
Yep.
Oh dear.
But yeah. So I'm gonna.
I like the mask though. I like that little throwback to a Soul Etch design.
Yeah, and SoulCalibur 3. That also has a mask.
Although her suit was blue in that one for some reason.
Yeah, that's the only game where they drastically change the color of her suit. So
I liked it.
I haven't paid too much attention, but I'm willing to bet that whenever she's got those, well, the body paint, could that be her like, what do they call the super mode in this game? I forget.
Soul Charge?
Yeah, Soul Charge. Could that be a Soul Charge, like right now, for instance?
It definitely would.
I think that's a Soul Charge.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a unique trait to her to highlight that she's in it. Give her some unique personality in the game.
I'm gonna slow this down and look at some of this moves she's doing at the correct audio.
I'm unfortunately a little clueless from a lot of her moves because I didn't play a lot of Taki. So.
I've played a lot against Taki, so I think I'll recognize, like, I think everything so far I recognize from previous games. Like I recognize being hit by everything here, like over and over.
Okay, I remember that bomb move.
I think this bomb move. I want to talk about this bomb move. I want to talk about this bomb move right there, which is happening in a second. This one.
Boom.
Is that okay? So what do you think? Is that a high, mid, or low?
I mean, it hit the ground, so I'd guess a low.
What do you think, guys? Web?
It's probably gonna be high, isn't it?
Well, Ryman is at least smarter than me because for a long time I thought it was a mid. Like the explosion is so big, surely it can't be a low, but it's a low. So that was a mistake I did for a long time. It is a low. I'm pretty sure it's a low. A very, very, very sad low.
And she just doesn't stop. She keeps going.
And yeah, this is her reversal edge.
Still looks really fancy. Ooh, she's force feeding.
Focus. And this is Soul Charge stuff. I think.
What's this? Street Fighter?
This is a lot of new stuff, I think. That first attack at least. And this is her critical edge.
Oh yeah.
I like her voice here. Roar!
That kind of looks like the kind of stuff that she usually does when she like seals away demons and some of her story stuff. Okay,
so there's one thing I want to point out there. Yeah, just something to keep in mind. So actually, let's go back here. So okay, yeah. So remember this. Remember fancy pose.
Right.
Fancy pose, yes.
Yes. And also remember, giant explosion. Remember this? You remembering this?
Okay, yeah.
And also remember one final thing: jumping and landing with fancy pose. I will tell you guys when you need to remember this, but for now, just note this.
Okay.
Fancy pose, giant explosion. Fancy pose after explosion. Gotcha.
Okay, so there's one other thing I want to point out here. Was a good frame showing a lot of the body paint. Guess maybe the artwork would be good enough, probably.
Yeah.
I think there is like there, kind of.
Kinda. Oh, this might be good.
Yeah, that
If the camera goes more down here. Okay, this should be good enough. So, I talked with Crazy Cat, who is Chinese and also studied Japanese stuff. So I was curious if she could translate any of this stuff on her bodysuit.
Yes.
And she could translate some of it. Like this is just well, I think most of this is kanji.
Okay.
So it was actually the money.
For instance, if I go, okay. Well, if you pretend this text down here. Okay. Let's go to illustration.
Okay.
It's very well planned.
Oh, perhaps it was fate, you know.
Yeah.
Tale of Souls and Swords.
Okay. So this on her leg here, this means catch hundreds of monsters. And then over here, which is like ever so slightly briefly visible there.
Oh, gee, I never saw that. Till
yeah, I didn't even see that before.
That means get rid of 1,000 hazards. And then in, I think, here-ish, that means suppress vicious demons.
That's actually kind of a cool touch.
Yeah.
That to her.
That is basically very much on par with her, like her entire storyline, which is all about sealing and destroying demons.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Although, Taki, you might want to look out there. Looks like there's a demon right behind you.
Oh yeah, wait, is that Akuma from Street Fighter 5?
I don't think I think he just had a lot of hair. I don't think he had horns.
Anyway, there was another thing I wanted to mention in regards to this, which is that Chris Gatson noted that one of these words is very it's something you commonly see on something called Fu talismans, which is from what's it called, Taoism, a very old like Chinese religious or philosophical tradition, which is something. It's basically like they thought this would be like a like something you would write on a piece of paper, would you use to like try to protect yourself from evil and stuff.
I've certainly seen like media of like where they write characters on a piece of paper and use that to ward off evil spirits. I've seen stuff to that effect.
I think that's the exact same thing. But another thing is that Crazy Cats, there's a lot of symbols she was not able to translate. Like she couldn't recognize the symbols whatsoever. For instance, one of the symbols is this one. Unknown.
Of course, the most visible ones on her boob.
Also unknown. I have a theory that this actually means boobs. It would be really funny if it just means boobs. That would be super funny. But yeah.
Left boob, right boob. There you go.
But it would be cool if this is actually some kind of obscure reference. It would be kind of lazy if some of these symbols were completely made up. But still, the whole Fu talisman stuff is pretty cool.
I'd be surprised if they just made some up.
Yeah, if there's anyone watching this podcast and they recognize some of these symbols, I would be really curious what they would mean.
That's like a lot of touches I did not expect to actually like see incorporated.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's time to move on.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about Taki. I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about the greatest thing about SoulCalibur ever.
Okay.
Go on. Oh yes.
Uh-oh.
The intro cinematic for Soul Edge.
Oh, I love this one.
This is the perfect thing ever created by mankind ever.
Oh god. Even better than Magic Carpet?
I think so, maybe.
Oh, that's high praise.
It just says everything about this is so good.
The song, the cinematic itself, the way it shows the characters, the pacing, just they don't make intros like this.
Like, look at this, like the sunset with Mr. Rug is so cool, so cool.
I mean, this is PlayStation era CG, alright.
He fought people so cool. This Eagle, Lilong.
It actually still holds up well, even if it's PS1 CGI. Like, yeah, it's aged a little, but it's not like Kazuya smiled for Tekken 1.
Taki, rock. This music is so good as well.
Bangu, Siegfried.
This epic camera angle with Siegfried, like everything is so cool. It's so cool. I can't believe it. I just, I'm in love. I could just watch this intro forever. Also, I feel like my volume might be slightly high. I'm gonna lower it.
Okay.
So Mina. Fan service bit.
Well, I guess you always need that for an interesting cinematic.
Yeah,
light.
I mean, if we went back to Taki and SoulCalibur VI, we could talk about some things, I'm sure.
Surprisingly, Taki's fan service bit is very tame.
Even Voldo is cool here.
Let's not push it.
Oh, suddenly
Okay.
much better looking CGI. I kind of forgot about that little part. That was a lot of symbols out of nowhere.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh, this is what you were getting at.
Yes, I did this for a reason. Did you guys just see that?
Yes.
I saw symbols. I didn't make any of them out.
Okay, I'll play this back in slow motion. We'll just start from here. More
so this is what you really wanted to see again.
Hello, Sophie dear. How you doing?
Okay. Fancy pose.
Fancy pose?
Yeah.
Oh!
Fancy runes.
Oh.
It's a callback.
Oh
Demon.
my god dang.
Big explosion.
Oh my Jesus, they actually went that far back.
And that pose and everything. It's a critical edge. It's a critical edge.
Holy shit. That's amazing.
That is so cool. It is so cool. I'm so happy that they made this, as you said, a callback to this intro.
Calling it now, so Calibur VI is going to be the best game of 2018.
Okay, back to Taki.
Okay.
I have a bunch of screenshots.
I'm glad that her mask isn't completely closed off like it is in Soul Edge. Like, they actually let her breathe.
Yeah, to be honest, I think I would prefer her without the mask, but...
oh, same. But we can always hope, like, either her alt or there's customization so we can take it off.
Yeah, I would also assume that, for instance, like Armor Break would remove it and maybe you could, like, mod it to always be like that. That's maybe also an option.
Alright. Oh, can we pause here for a second on the... well, this'll do. Well, yeah.
Okay.
I've like it's always been like this, but can we just talk about how ridiculously skin tight this outfit is? I mean, it's so skin tight you can see her belly button and her nipples.
Yeah.
See your pecs.
Well, I mean, she's a ninja. This is what all ninjas wear, right?
I'm not entirely convinced.
Yeah, I mean, I play Fire Emblem and they don't even go that crazy, and that's Fire Emblem.
I think it's actually the belly button, because that means like the suit is being sucked in at that point.
Yeah, I guess when you think about it, it doesn't actually make a lot of sense. But I don't know.
Yeah, like the whole design of this suit, it just screams to me as like the designer seeing how much they can get away with.
She's basically nude, but she isn't nude.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like right here especially, this just does look like body paint.
Yeah.
Kind of does.
Yep. I think the only game where it didn't look like that for me was like in 3. And if I boot it up now and play it, it probably will look like body paint because there's just going to be details I never noticed with my luck.
Well, you'll see the SoulCalibur 3 version in a little bit. I just want to be super nitpicky here and say that I think this is.
Oh.
I think they messed up some UV mapping here.
Well, work in progress.
I actually, while taking screenshots from other games, I realized this seam here is it's also present in SoulCalibur 4, so I guess they based it on the same model and they just didn't fix that bit.
That's unfortunate.
They released a little bit of extra information with the Taki. They mentioned that Taki is one of the few characters who will cause chip damage with their attacks.
No.
So that'll make her really more terrifying because she's already super aggressive, and then knowing that whenever you block, you'll still take a little bit of damage. That's scary.
Yeah, she never stops.
The power of the runes, I'm guessing.
And they mentioned that she's augmented with a demon spirit, allowing her to close the distance to her opponent quickly. Maybe that's related to the soul charge thing. In the
looks mad there.
From the
kind of like how the mask splits.
Yeah. It looks to animate pretty well. But I was going to say that in the soul charge thing from the trailer, it kind of looks like she used a move there from from a distance to get closer to the opponent. So I'm betting it's a soul charge.
What doesn't look very bothered right now?
I think this is
kind of waiting.
Part of the CE.
Yeah, she's just accepted her fate. So it's quite sad, actually.
Yeah, she knows how it is to fight a Taki.
Taki can be very scary to fight.
Yeah. Her face is different, though. I don't recognize that face from 4. So, I think it's like Ivy, where they tweaked it.
Yeah, I think it's slightly tweaked. We'll get a better comparison, and then move on to other pictures. Oops, I want to look at this. I just like this part of the sea, like just a giant explosion. I like that. I'm into this. Big boom booms.
Ninja nuke.
Ninja.
She's very ninja.
That's the pose.
That's the pose.
But from the front.
Yep.
That's the pose again.
Yep.
Closer.
A little closer.
Oh, I actually thought we were gonna go even closer.
Particle effects.
Speaking of particle effects, let's just ignore that, I guess.
Is it just me, or is she being up Zhanghuan on like a lot of these clips?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Making me a little sad because I like Shanghua, but I also kind of like Taki, so it evens out in a way, I guess.
I feel like all of these screenshots seems to be good in regards to image quality. I can remember, for instance, the Geralt screenshots, and I also think some of the secret screenshots were a little bit iffy.
I mean, random note, I just really like this shot right here. I don't know why, it just looked really nice.
That's part of her winning outro, one of the winning animations.
I guess the classic one where she just decides to jump away.
I just want to.
Looks mad.
Yeah, this is part of her intro animation. Like, do you notice that she's like kind of squinting here a little bit? Well, you'll notice it's as a difference if I go here and do something real quickly.
Okay.
You are
in too deep. Oh yeah, her eyes are wide open there.
I just find it weird because that looks like the exact same animation.
Maybe it'll be like in 5 where it's maybe a special dialogue and then her facial expression changes a little bit.
Maybe.
Because remember in 5 that was the case for certain dialogue that they would do a pose you see to normally do, but their face would be different because the dialogue was different.
It's possible.
I mean, maybe she's looking at like Geralt and going, "You're not the guest character I wanted to fight."
Who did you want to fight then?
From Nier Automata.
Oh, okay.
That was my wish.
Maybe I'll move on to these. Onto these pictures. There we go.
Ooh.
So this is Taki from Soul Edge.
They actually always did detail the nipples. Jesus.
By the way, this caused my podcast tool to crash a whole bunch. I was puzzled as to why, and I finally realized it's because the image quality is too low. My tool doesn't support a color depth of 8 bits. That was kind of funny. And that's her.
See, that kind of mask is alright. That kind of works better, mask-wise. More ninja-y.
And
Indeed.
it's kind of, the bodysuit is purplish for some reason in SoulCalibur 1.
Yeah. But I see this seems to be where the shoulder pads come from, because those look like skulls a bit.
And the bandages on her right arm, but otherwise I think her outfit is super similar to SoulCalibur 3, which we'll see in a bit. This is also this is also SoulCalibur 1. The CG
render. It's a little more reddish looking.
Yeah, it's weird. I think they were confused about the color in SoulCalibur 1. And SoulCalibur 2.
Oh my god.
Like,
I'm guessing we saw the same thing first.
Okay, shall I just censor this?
Yes. They can poke a man's eye out at this rate.
Okay, let's move on to SoulCalibur 3.
Oh, they were always visible! Okay.
Okay, so let's just try to avoid the obvious stuff.
Alright, yeah, let's focus on, hey, look, it's the mask.
But yeah, like
in all seriousness, though, I really like the blue. I think it works for her, even though red is like her color. Like
the leather armor here, the mask. This just looks super similar to her design in SoulCalibur 6.
Yeah.
Except for the whole blue thing.
Maybe they did base it off of this, but they just went, let's color it red. That's like her color.
Yeah, red is definitely her color. And SoulCalibur 4.
Oh yeah, she actually looked good in that game. I forgot. Like she wasn't like Siegfried who became an Ice Warrior.
You know, overall, her design seems pretty consistent across the games.
Yeah, I think she's probably the character who's changed the least between games.
I wonder why.
And SoulCalibur 6. Once again, the illustrator Kawano's doing really good work.
So good looking. Such good looking art.
Man, actually, after looking back through all those, I'd say like her nipples in this aren't that bad. Like they're not as pronounced.
Yeah, they kind of went maybe slightly overboard in 2 and 3.
I mean, I know this isn't a nice thing to say, but on the previous ones, it kind of looks like balloons.
Kind of looks like what?
Balloons.
Yeah, well, yeah. I feel like they did a small mistake with SoulCalibur 4, where with her, Ivy, and Sophia, they made their boobs look absolutely freaking gigantic in these illustrations, even though they weren't that big in game.
Silly.
But this actually looks more correct.
Yeah, that looks really nice, actually. I really like here. I'm okay with it.
But yeah, I think this design is mostly based on her design from SoulCalibur 3.
I'm okay with that. 3 is my favorite.
And of course, no SoulCalibur 5 here, because she was not in that game.
We don't talk about that. No, we did earlier, but we don't talk about it in detail.
But on to screenshots.
Okay.
Soul Edge. Amazing. Such good graphics.
Oh yeah, totes.
For the time, they were cutting edge. So it's fun to see the beginnings.
SoulCalibur
1 still holds up really well.
Very purplish, yeah. Very purple.
Huh. That is purplish. It's weird.
SoulCalibur 2.
I'm through with words. Isn't that her line?
No. It sounds right.
I can't
Rings
remember.
A bell.
No, what actually? They always have the nipples kind of visible.
Every time you saw a screenshot of SoulCalibur 2, I just get the urge to boot it up in Dolphin.
It is a good game.
You should do it, Ryman. I recommend it.
Maybe I will when I'm not busy with other games.
Whenever I boot up the various games to take the screenshots, I just want to sit, like, just let the game keep running, just listen to the music. Like, the music in these games are so good.
Agreed.
So
they were always visible. Oh.
A lot of text there.
Yeah. Still, like randomly changing color. That's just okay. I mean, it looks nice.
They can keep the costume consistent, but not the coloring.
Yeah, well, it's mostly because I think this is the only time where it's super different, and then you have SoulCalibur 1 where it's just weird. Like depending on the stage, it's either red or pink or blue, or I mean, not blue, purple.
Wait a minute. SoulCalibur 1, they have it like purple. She's usually red, and this is blue. Red and blue.
Conspiracy.
Oh.
And SoulCalibur 4.
Yeah, you were right about the rendering making those chests looking bigger. Because holy Jesus. It's Akuma. Again.
So this is a good comparison because I have this, which is basically the same frame.
Yeah.
Ooh. So, also, her SoulCalibur 4 face is one of the better ones. She actually looks pretty good.
So SoulCalibur 4 is like, and SoulCalibur 6 is like,
where's my jaw at?
I like her SoulCalibur 4 face, but she doesn't look very Asian here, I feel.
Yeah.
SoulCalibur 6 looks like eyes are slightly bigger, but eyebrows look identical. The hair is also practically identical, though, as with other characters, UE4 it can't render that hair correctly.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll fix it in a later version of the end.
Tail is a little higher up in SoulCalibur 6. Maybe it's just like the decoration for the ponytail that makes it look like that.
The weapon seems to be based on the same mesh and texture, but it looks super dull in this compared to 6. Like it looks much fancier in 6 compared to 4.
Oh yeah.
So fancy.
I was just noticed in 4 they kind of went for almost pinkish suit.
I really wish we had a picture of her without the mask so we can like fully compare the face. I can't tell for instance if like the mouth is really different here.
It looks the same to me from what I can make out.
But of course, the most important thing here I need to point out is that look at this. They made it rounder. Wow. Technology. Technology. Wow.
Well, I too like it rounder.
Oh boy.
And another comparison.
I guess it's farewell.
4-6.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty much a very similar pose.
Oh.
Farewell.
Oh.
It's a little bit weird here. You can see like she's in a mid-turn here, so her hair is like waving slightly to the left here, but hair is straight.
Yeah.
The hair still does move though. If you look at the trailer, you can see the hair move now, and it's just weird that in this case it seems very straight.
I know this is like a random thing, but maybe with the tool that they're using, they pause her in game and then they're just filmed back into place before they could take the picture. Stuff works.
Oh yeah, I have seen like some games like replay editors and whatnot where like everything pauses but the physics objects, so the physics have a moment to settle.
This screenshot I took from the trailer though, like this is a screen grab from the trailer during her animation.
Oh,
okay, never mind.
So it just looks like this. And one final comparison between 4 and 6. Here you can see that her ponytail is much shorter in 6.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, her suit doesn't have as much fishnet going on.
Oh yeah.
And also better look at the weapon and scabbard here, looking much better in 6.
It looks a lot more appealing. That's for sure.
But yeah,
Sword.
I think she looks good overall in 6.
Yeah. See, I'm very happy with. I'm generally just happy to see her be the ninja again.
Oh yeah! Oh god, Natsu! Oh my god! Oh, she's like. Oh my god! Oh, I could have an entire podcast where I just whine about the entire roster of SoulCalibur 5. I so dislike those teenagers they added. Oh my god!
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think I actually hate all of them.
So we're at 12 characters announced so far, right?
I think so.
You would know better than me.
And the character select screen, it had 20 slots, and a few of those might be like a random button and whatnot. So I feel
Rings
like
a bell, yeah.
we might be reaching the end of like all the characters will be revealed before launch.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And as a reminder, I'll just go back to this while babbling. As a reminder, there's this one guy who's been leaking some details, and so far he's been pretty accurate about almost everything. And according to him, he knows of 6 more characters who are yet to be revealed, which are Astaroth, Cervantes, Tira, Talib, Maxi, and Cassandra.
Talib!
So I'm really curious if that will be correct.
And
The way stuff has been going right now, reveal-wise, and with, like the veterans they brought back, I can believe that.
Okay, guys, I have 2 questions.
What?
One, which character do you think will be revealed next?
I mean, they have officially confirmed there will be characters from SoulCalibur 2 in this. I don't think they've announced any of the newbies from 2 in 6. I feel like it's about freaking time to do that. So I think Talib is one of the next ones, to be honest.
Okay.
I would love to see Raphael or Cassandra, but I don't know.
And second question, are we expecting this game to show up during an E3 press conference, or do you think it'll just be like playable on the show floor?
I think it'll be at a conference. I think Bandai Namco absolutely wants this game to get some spotlight there on the big stage.
What like what would they announce at the big stage?
Yeah, that's what
Make
I
it
was
worthwhile.
wondering.
Now, see, that's the good question. I mean, maybe they'll save reveals for there, like some characters. Because I remember Capcom did that for Street Fighter V. Like they had it at Sony's conference, and all they revealed was like, "Oh, hey, Birdie and Cammy's in the game. Bye bye." So it's possible.
All right, so there's still no date for this, right? It's just this year.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Some companies like to make a big deal out of we're announcing the release date, so maybe they'll do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I definitely expect that the next time we hear news about the game, it will be E3 next month. I think that is probably a safe bet.
Oh yeah, mostly.
And that is, by the way, I think this is like 10th of June, something like that. I'm not sure of the exact date.
You know, I remember the old days when E3 was in May.
Yeah.
It's been June for a long, long time now.
But I have to say, I am looking forward to a bigger news update for the game. It's been 3 months now in a row where we've had one character at a time. I feel like that's a little bit too little. I want more news.
I would like to just know about like modes, online stuff. Like,
yeah,
that kind of stuff will be cool too.
They still have huge things for the game. They haven't announced it, like the story mode and character customization and stuff like that.
Oh, well, that's one thing they could maybe do at E3 then. Maybe they could have a trailer focusing not just on more new characters in the release date. Maybe they could show off some of the modes in a trailer.
Yeah, they'll show SoulCalibur V story mode again.
I am
no dog, I'm a holy warrior.
You're filthy and dirty, I must kill you.
You're malfested, I'm gonna kill you now, even if you said no.
Malfested?
I am a hero.
Oh, we should have a stream where we force Ryman to play through the story mode of SoulCalibur V.
I mean, I started playing the story mode and I put it down.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
You never finished it, Ryman?
No, I don't think I got very far in it at all.
Ryman, please finish it. You have to experience it. I went through it. I just went through it.
Oh, why?
Yeah, but you've beaten Sonic 06 on multiple occasions. You got a thick skin for this sort of thing.
I beat it once. I never beat it on multiple occasions.
Oh, okay.
It's
Only
so
once,
bad.
don't worry. Oh, that crazy.
The writing is so bad. I think it should. I feel like developers should learn by now. Just hire professional writers. There's so many games where they have the creative director be the guy who write the story and all the dialogue, and he's not actually someone who's got experience with it, and then you end up with so many games where the writing and story is super bad. Super bad.
Yep.
I have one more thing I want to show off before we end this podcast.
Okay.
I will warn you guys, this will change your entire perception of this SoulCalibur franchise.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, it wasn't meant to show that yet. But yeah, this is Sophia. This looks normal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at this
Yes.
in SoulCalibur
She
2.
flies, she swings, she's bumped.
See anything weird? Anything weird? Anything weird? SoulCalibur 2. Oh, that's also SoulCalibur 3. I'm messing up the order here, but that's fine. Anything weird? Anything weird? SoulCalibur 4?
Sure.
Anything weird? Anything weird?
I'm not sure what to look at. I mean, like,
SoulCalibur 5?
well, I mean that's Pyrrha, so that's already
Anything
weird.
weird? Anything weird?
They seem to fly up higher and higher.
SoulCalibur 6? Anything weird? Anything weird?
They fly up higher, don't they?
Okay, it is. Okay, it's time. It's time.
Okay.
It's time. So, let's slow this down. Okay, yeah, there.
Oh, is it big? Here she's attacking with the sword and shield. What's
Okay, well, SoulCalibur 2. Slow motion.
the difference?
Okay.
I
Oh, the
didn't
order
even-
is being weird here. Let's just turn up the order.
I didn't even know she swapped the sword to her other hand during that move.
No, she's still. Oh, that sword isn't in her hand.
It's not in her hand. It's not in her hand.
Oh.
It's not in her hand.
Oh.
Oh. I should have paused it there. It's not in her hand.
What's
Also,
her
her
hand doing here?
Yeah, it looks kind of broken.
It looks morphing.
Okay, and let's go to
Mighty morphing
SoulCalibur
hand.
4. It's not in her hand.
Well, the hand's doing better at least.
Let's go to SoulCalibur 5. It's not in her hand.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's Pyrrha. Even
SoulCalibur
the sword wants
6.
to be away from her. It's still not in her hand.
It's not in her hand. It's not in her hand.
Oh, okay. That's,
This entire time. This entire time.
I mean,
It only looks correct in SoulCalibur 1. That's the only game where it looks correct.
to their credit, I didn't see it until you slowed it down.
Yeah,
Neither did I.
It is actually super difficult to see it in motion. I wonder if the developers themselves are actually aware of this. I mean, it's such a minor thing, to be fair, but I'm
I'd
a little bit
imagine
curious.
they are. I mean, they might actually just like reuse the animation entirely and not look through it. But I'd imagine they go through it frame by frame to make sure it looks alright.
It's definitely the same animation, but if they're aware of it, wouldn't it be an easy fix? Shouldn't be too many keyframes to manipulate in animation to make it so that the hand is aligned with the sword.
Just makes me wonder if they would really be reusing animation data from that far back.
Well, this is proof, isn't it, that
Tekken
they
does
are?
that, so it's possible.
I think this might just be a good indication that they're reusing animations from SoulCalibur 1 and they actually still hold up pretty darn well, except for this little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tekken uses like animations from Tekken 3 still. So
Wow.
yeah,
Isn't Tekken very silly? Don't they have jumping punch animations which are still from Tekken 2 or something, which looks kind of horrendous?
oh yeah.
And they have that one death, not death, KO animation where they they hold their back, and I think they reused that animation for freaking ages. I think they finally added more variations into Tekken 6 or 7, but yeah,
That's
I think
correct.
Tekken has been very lazy with animations in some ways.
I wonder if that's just a side effect of there being so many characters, and
I think I think the worst part about it with Tech. I'm sorry about cutting you off, Ryan.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, maybe it's a effect of they're adding so many characters and devoting more resources to the new stuff as opposed to fixing old stuff, like the sword not being in her hand.
I would be a little bit curious.
Yeah. I think the worst part about it in Tekken is that when a character, like a veteran character, gets a new move, you can just see the leap in animation quality when you like use one of their old moves next to a new one. That stuff can bug.
I think that's super obvious with a character like Kazuya, who's been in the entire series. Like his animation quality is all over the place.
Yep.
I think that's something SoulCalibur has always been really good about. Like I think all of the animations has always looked pretty darn good.
Agreed.
This intro is amazing.
It really is.
I still have a soft spot for the SoulCalibur 2 intro myself, but hey.
That's also a really good one.
No, there's no competition. This is not even like any kind of nostalgia speaking, because I played Soul Edge super late. I played it like after SoulCalibur 5, and this intro is just like
It's really good.
It is so good.
It's really good. That's it. It's just perfect, like the song and everything. It's how a fighting game should start in a way.
You know,
Like,
I don't remember where, but I get the feeling I've heard this song somewhere else. Like maybe someone used it in a video or
Maximilian uses it, maybe there.
Oh, that you know what? That might be it.
I just love the mix of like cool stuff and absolute cheese. It's such a...
It's a ship on a land with a pirate who rips his head off.
Yeah, man, why didn't Cervantes do that in game? That'd be badass.
They should just make this the intro for SoulCalibur 6. Just this thing.
If they remake this and they remix Edge of Soul, I'm gonna scream of joy, and everyone in Denmark is gonna hear that scream. And that's no joke. I'm gonna be ecstatic. Like that would be
God,
the coolest.
Siegfried looks so smug and
everything is so perfect. Even Voldo, like I don't even mind Voldo here, and I usually hate him. It's so good.
Probably also helps to hear he doesn't look overly silly yet. Like
also he's not making sound, like he's not going like... Yeah,
that is helpful. But well, I could sit here and just watch the intro on loop forever, but I think we've covered everything we wanted to cover about Taki and this intro, which is amazing.
It's I can praise it. I can only praise it.
So I guess next time will be a long wait, because this is start of May and E3 is like mid-June. Maybe we'll be lucky to like reveal one more character later this month. I don't know.
And hey, it's E3, so we'll probably have plenty of other games to talk about as well.
Yeah, E3 I assume will be big. DMC5.
I hope so.
Yes, Capcom, please just give us DMC5.
Give me a Resident Evil game I want to be really excited for.
It's been 11 years since DMC4. Come on.
Don't listen to him. Give me Resident Evil with Jill.
Particularly 3.
From the current EA.
Actually, I want DMC5.
Prince of Persia 3, the real Prince of Persia 3.
Does
I expect all of
Ubisoft
these
still own the
games.
rights to Prince of Persia? Still?
I don't know. I would assume so, but I don't know.
I'm also going to be very curious if they actually do announce another Splinter Cell at their conference this year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that and Watch Dogs 3 are rumored for Ubisoft.
I haven't actually read up on rumors and stuff about E3, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully, a lot of good stuff. That's
DMC5. Like that alone will make the show for me. If it happens, please, Capcom. Like Monster Hunter World's out. It's time. It's time.
I think it's likely because they also released the HD collection. not too long
Exactly.
ago.
Like,
And whenever Capcom does that, it usually kind of hints at the fact that there's a new entry on it. It's crazy to think about that you can own the PS4 and you can get the entire DMC series on it.
You are in.
Yeah, I forgot they ported DMC HD collection thing.
Yep.
yeah.
And you can get 4 and you can also get the reboot.
I guess that's also technically true of PC now.
Yeah.
It's just you can't get the definitive edition of the Ninja Theory game.
Which kind of is a shame because it has some really nice improvements.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't port that.
It's weird.
But well, I'll finish this podcast here. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a few weeks, or most likely next month, there will be another podcast, and hopefully with a lot more news than just one character.
I look
Fingers
forward
crossed.
to it.
Boy.
Bye! I'm on top again!
Oh!